Ah, boy. Good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Oh my God. I am so excited to be back with you guys live and in living color. Yes. Wearing my afro, rocking my afro. I want to say big up to all. Yo, share the live. Share the live. Today, we started something new. We started something brand new. Um, joke is okay. This was like conceptualized a few days ago. I kid you not. And with a lot more focus being placed on me as a brand, and I am so excited to be here with you guys on a regular basis because it seems like that's how it's going to be. So if you're first time coming on my platform, I want to welcome you. And those of you who've been back and you come back every week or every time I come on, yes, Nadisha, I am hyped too. I'm hyped too for this segment. I want to welcome you um, to this. And if it's your very first time, I guess you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. This is something very new that I'm trying in terms of the style that we're going to be doing this. And as you can see, because all you know, like anything I start, I always have a sponsor, right? But we had to do it in a special way, and you're gonna find out a little bit why we took this route, why this is the format, why Selector Urban is our first guest or my first guest that's going to be joining. Man, share the live. Or you don't share the live, share the live. I want to be able to oh, thank you, T-Bell. Thank you. She said she loved the hair. I want to be able to see your comments. So let me just go in the live studio so I can see all of your comments. Let me know where you're logged in from, where you're tuned in from. Share the live. We had 30 people, and we want to start this show with a bang. It is a new year. I'm not in school anymore. Like I don't have to be in school. Like I mean, when I say in school, like I'm not actively engaging in academia as a student, right? And and that's exciting because I get more time to do what I love. Not that I didn't love school. I love school, you know. It's just that I get to do this, which is to be on with you guys. Barbados in the house. Big up to you. Martinique in the house. Yes. Drop your flag or just tell me where you're from. I get to engage with you guys. I get to show how much talent we have in the Caribbean, in Dominica, in the world by extension. I get to interact with you. I am so excited. I don't want to get carried away because you know I tend to get carried away, so I make notes. I make notes. I've taken from my sister Kaina. Big up to you, Kaina. And we always learn from each other, and that's great. It's always a learning experience. I am so excited to be back with you guys with this show, Run the Track and Talk, where we're going to be featuring musicians, artists, emerging new music, emerging new artists, and DJs are going to be part of this. And I am I am just looking forward to what the next couple of weeks is going to be like. So this is going to be a weekly show. It's not set in stone on the day. So most people might be saying, "Oh, so this is going to be every Wednesday." It's not going to be every Wednesday, but you never know. It can happen on a Wednesday. You just have to make sure you're following me. Make sure you're following me. You're subscribed both on Facebook. So you follow me on Facebook. You subscribed on YouTube. Those of you, my YouTubers coming on. So just make sure that you're following me so that you can know when this show drops. Before I start talking more and more about this show, I want to talk a little bit about my show that comes up tomorrow, which is Calypso Uncensored. When I tell you uncensored, Calypso Uncensored, Dominica style, is coming up tomorrow, and that's from 5:30 p.m. And you get to see all of the wonderful, amazing Calypsonians that are going to be for eliminations, that are performing, that have sang, that are on for the vying for the title of road match, and you're going to get to know them a little bit more intimately. And it's uncensored because I want them to feel free to say whatever they want. um, and know that you guys will enjoy it. Both those of you in Dominica and abroad. And of course, this show is sponsored. So I want to big up the sponsors for so far because more can come, right? More can come. So Calypso Uncensored, which will be sponsored by easybarrels.com, also sponsored by KFC Dominica, and also by GBA, that's Wines and Spirits. So that's so far who has come on. And if you want to be part of this and you're just looking at this now, you can send me a message, get in touch with me, let me know that you want to be on board with Calypso Uncensored, which is Deme. So that's tomorrow, right here at from 5:30 p.m. That's early because we're gonna be featuring multiple Calypsonians. We're gonna be and you don't know who's gonna show up, so you just have to come because you never know. One day I could have so the next day I could have walk. So I could have anybody could show up on the Calypso Uncensored. But that's not what we come here for. We come here today for this show. Antigua locked in, Guadeloupe in the house. Yes, I see you guys coming in, coming in. Keep coming in, guys. Yeah. Ramona is in the house. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is. I want to big you up and thank you very much for stopping by. Hi, Mentos. Hi. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys having Mentos. Where are you? Where are you? I think Mentos is in St. Croix. So a lot of folks stopping by and they want to make sure you share the live. So you're not just coming on the live or you sharing the live, you tagging your friend, tag your sister, your nene, your power, your cousin, your bope, your side chick, your friend, anybody. Just tag them and let them know that they need to be on right here, right now. Okay, we got somebody special, but before I bring them on, I want the person to run it.
With protection. See me the pictures of the in your eyes, girl. Baby, your love not pure. Who can put up gas through your life? Yeah, mama, no love for you. Let go all they realize. Something the boy let go. You go get me life paralyzed. It's your dick in the low, woman sunny day. You do still love me, alright?
He's coming up and put him back in the lobby a little fast. Share the live, share the live. We're going to be giving you a show tonight like no other. Make sure you share the live. We're getting ready to get started. And I feel like, I don't know, every time I start a new show, always an aspect of nostalgia. There's always something about why I want to do this, why my guest is who it is. There's always something behind this. And I don't know how long you guys have been following me and how long you've been following my career, both in Dominica and out of Dominica. But 2016, I did what most people thought was probably crazy. I held a DJ competition, which was called Champion Mix King. And I'm sure when my guess, I'm sure sometimes when he does drop this, you does drop it, you does drop it, how do you does drop, how do you does drop? You have a
You have a
little
little
drop.
drop.
I
I
love
love
it
it
when
when
he
he
does.
does. Yeah, man, I can punch it in right now.
Punch it in for them.
Champion Mix King, Selectah Urban.
Selectah Urban, go back in the lobby, stay there for a little bit. Selectah Urban was the winner of my competition, like my DJ competition that I held back in 2016. We're gonna talk a little bit about his journey, talk about how he got started, talk a little bit about what he's been doing, where he's going, what's next for him. But in between all of that, we're gonna play like a music. We're gonna get you guys in the groove. We're gonna get you guys dancing. It's not going to be no boring show. So if you come here to mind your business, wrong place. If you come here to chiffon a well tonight, that is the place for you because we're going to be putting down tracks. We're gonna be talking and we're gonna be having a good time right here on Run the Track and Talk. So without further ado, let me welcome my guest, my guest, and every time I say my DJ, I know I say not right, and clearly Dean is my DJ, my DJ, right? Selectah Urban, what's up?
Yeah, man, what's up? What's up? I'm good. I'm good. I hope everybody's doing fine. And of course, want to say good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you guys wherever you are locked on in the world. Welcome to the show. And I'm a bit nervous. I don't know why.
Why you nervous? It's first time it's just two of us.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But we have a large audience looking at us right now, so I'm a little bit shaky, but we're gonna be fine.
We're gonna be fine. Yeah, let me tell you. I'm young people now. Where you come on? Where you come on?
We. All right, so most of you people, or most of you guys, I should say, who don't know me, of course, I go by the name of, well, I have four names, right? A lot of people don't know that I have four names. I go by the name of Randwick Reagan Thaddeus Larrock, of course.
Wait, Randy. Reagan. That's I say no. I know. What all them names out?
All right, I think that's a question we'll leave it up to mom and dad. Yes, of course, it's Randwick Reagan Thaddeus Larrock, of course, born and raised in Portsmouth, of course, in the little community called Zikak. Yeah, of course.
Most people don't know where Portsmouth is. Where Portsmouth is?
The north side, the north part of the island. It's the north part
You
of.
must have a song that I've foreseen. Like,
I mean, we have one of the most beautiful beaches here in the north. Purple Turtle Beach. The most.
you can run a track for me that have foreseen. I know you're a versatile DJ. Yeah, you think you have a track off the top of it. It's a test. I'm making you more nervous. Right? If you're not nervous, you're more nervous. Right? You must have a song with Posse in it.
Okay, a song with Posse. I mean, I have a few. I have a few, but
Run the track.
I think I want to put on the most. Actually, I want to play one where he's actually from Posse and he's bigging me up in that song. And of course, he's representing Portsmouth straight up, and of course, I am from Portsmouth, so I want to play it. It's a little dub plate. I think you can do something like this.
Hollywood. Boy, we don't hear in urban. How much DJ can confess? And it's not because they do playing. It's the woman that hold them down. I know some boys, the woman hold them down. Selectah urban, no girl can hold us down. We free. It's vive, I vive in, I live in and I seen it. Some DJ woman hold them down, but urban looky on the road. Urban on the road. Look on the road. Look on the road. Boy, urban looky on the road.
Yeah, man.
I am not going to like Big Bang Lock. I can come back. You're on the road. You're on the road. It's not carnival yet. On yourself.
Yeah, I mean, Carnival is around the corner.
Urban, how did you get started in DJ? Like, where did that DJ thing come from?
Actually, I think I want to start. I want to start by saying from the very first time, I was attending school, and my school used to do school events. So they used to do events on a Friday. Like most times, it would be on a Friday, the Friday before Carnival. And we call that Freaky Friday. So we'll do a little thing in the school grounds. Something we call it a dollar jam, of course.
Dollar Jam.
Dollar jam, right?
I mean, I go PSS.
Yes, I mean that was a major thing in at PSS, of course. And there was one time, I decided that I want to attend this Dollar Jam. Let me see what it's about. And then I saw this young guy playing, and I mean he was really rocking his students, and I knowing me that I know I love music, I was amazed by how he was doing his thing, and I know that for sure that I'm older than him, and I'm checking like he's younger than me, and he's actually doing this. And I was like, you know what, I'm interested. And then like I stood by him for that whole time. And then maybe the following week, I mean, I will after the holidays, well, the carnival holidays, after Monday and Tuesday when school was reopened, I make sure that I find him. And I went out to him and I told him that, I like what you did at the event at school, and I'm very much interested in it as well. And I would like to learn. I like, can you get me started? Can you put me on the right track, or what should I get, or what should I do? And then he told me, just come and check him. Just bring my laptop and come through. So we organized everything, and then we went out by him, and then
Who is the him? What is the him? Name that one.
that was a DJ Phoenix. DJ, well, he go by the name of Johnny P. Johnny P. Most my posse people will know him as Johnny P, but you know John Paul, right? Right,
Yes.
that's his son. So he changed his name from Johnny P to DJ Phoenix. All right, so we went by him and we organized, and then he gave me a large fold of music, and I started organizing everything. There was also this producer back in 2007, until I was on one of their mixtape. You could hear my little baby voice in that, but I'm still trying to locate that song. Um, I used to freak out, be around them guys, most of the time. I used to see different artists come in, go out, that sort of thing. And then when I really made up my mind to actually become a DJ, I couldn't just go there and just go out and play without a name. Like if somebody like what I'm doing, what they gonna call me? What they gonna when they come and say, "Hey, what's your name?" And yeah, I mean, so I told myself before I hit the streets, I would like a name for myself, and I had a hard time going through that, but I did everything on my own with little tips, a little advice from a few friends out there, and I came up with names like DJ Blacker, DJ DJ Sosa. Like I was just browsing through names. Like I would stay 1 week with that name because I find it wasn't fitting my DJing style or my playing style. And I came out with different names. I came out with so many names that there are a few I can't even remember. So um there was one time I came out with DJ Black, and then I started, renaming myself on social media that name, and then somebody came up to me and said, but someone in Portsmouth came up to me and said, why are you calling yourself Blacker when there is somebody in the same community calling themselves as that? I was like, oh, I wasn't too sure about that, so I'll say okay, and that motivated me to change the name again. So I went on to look for different names. I had Sosa. Sosa wasn't really fitting me because there was this hip hop song from Chief Keef called Love Sosa. And I was like, I wanted a name, I wanted to be unique. I didn't want to put a name out there where somebody else is using it doesn't matter if they're calling themselves that or whatever they're using the name for. So I decided to change that name. And I decided to head on to Google and start researching, to see what's available in terms of music. And then I came across um this name, and it was like the results that I got. It was like DJ Urban Dynamics. I thought that was unique, but I find to me it was a bit too long. So I wanted to shorten it a bit. So I decided to remove the dynamics from it and just stay with the DJ Urban. And from there, I went on. I went on. I had this friend, and um, there was them times there. And you maybe know Peter's Club.
Yes.
All right. So I went out there, and DJ Window was the host DJ. So I went on to him and I said, DJ Window, I'm a brand new. Well, I haven't played anywhere, but I had to give him some form of that I'm actually doing it already. So I said,
I blame you.
yeah. So Window, I came to and I said, Window, this is what I set out to do. I'm a new DJ on the market. I have a little talent. I believe in it, and I would like to be playing alongside if you at the club you're playing at right now. And he said, okay, cool, no problem. And
Big up to DJ.
right, big up to DJ
And
Window.
Big up to DJ Window.
Right. So he said, no
He
problem.
give you a chance.
Actually, I didn't know if I was gonna get the chance at that point. He just said, "Okay, no problem." But to me, what I did that same night, actually, I left and I went home, and then that same night, I came back out. I came back out, and I came here at the club late at night, and it was actually like I didn't have no money. I didn't have no money that night. You know what I did? I came in the club and I sat by a door. I sat where I couldn't trouble anybody or I couldn't obstruct anybody in their business. So I sat right close to him by the exit. Right, there was an exit onto the porch inside the club, and I sat there and I looked at him whole night. I looked at the jam the whole night, like I just sat there and looked at him. And when you see,
You're Bavy.
yeah,
You're Bavy.
yes, I was buffing on that, and I check in. I was amazed, and he held on the jam real nice and easy, and of course, so after that I left. I just left. I left and I went home, and then the following weekend, I I got a call from him. I got a call and he told me, that's the guy that checked me last week, right? I said, yeah, that's me. And he said, okay, no problem. Come down and check me, man, about 8 o'clock, and we'll talk and we'll organize. And I think I didn't know what I was about to be or what I was about to go to do. I didn't know. So I went down there. I dressed for the event because I knew I might stay.
What,
So
what was that outfit like? What was outfit
it was a normal shirt, normal polo shirt.
My boy used to wear some kind of big shirt. Like,
I
you
mean,
know, your shirt was reaching all by your knees.
yeah. I had some big shirts, like trust me, you would see me from a distance because the first thing you see was the shirt, and then you see me. Yeah. So I went down there, and he was like, yeah. So you can start playing about 9 o'clock, and then I'll come down a little later, and that was it. And then I kept doing this Fridays after Fridays after Fridays after Fridays. Like every Friday, that was the only sport I was playing. And then until one time, um, like the crowd kept because he used to start playing at 1 o'clock in the morning, but because there was no DJs playing early at 10 o'clock, so the crowd used to come for that time. But now the fact that I was playing there early from 9 o'clock, the crowd started coming earlier and keep on staying longer until he come. So
Wow.
so every week people will come in and they will see me there. I also want to lodge up a next partner of mine. Of course, he used to DJ before, but I guess he let that go. Big up Shimon. Yeah, we were on that same level as well. Shimon is also a Windows nephew, and of course, I did this Fridays after Fridays until one time people start approaching me asking me what's my name, and and they start buying me drinks, and then until one time I got a call. I got in contact with a few folks, and then my gig started extending outwards. Like it started in Portsmouth, then it started going to places like the northeast areas like Dodan, these places like in small bars, no big places. And I started playing. When I started doing that, my price was $70 a night. I could
Wow.
never forget that.
We're not going to ask about your price
Right.
now.
My
We are not, I'm telling you.
yeah, my price
Somebody
was
might somebody might say he expensive, but the thing is you cannot afford him. Not
right.
only expensive,
I,
you
I
just cannot
we
afford him.
gonna
That
get
is
through that.
France,
Right.
right? So
And
so so you decide that you charging $70 a night
a night.
for people to come and enjoy your music
Right.
and all of that.
Hmm.
When did you decide? At what point you decided? Okay, I'm going to take this bigger. I want more. Where did
Okay, so I started doing from the moment then I started doing like bars, certain small bars in the area at $70. I started upgrading the price because I start getting the gigs came in like whoa, they were coming in like they came in so much that I had to almost forget about where I started. Right, and I didn't want this to happen, so what I did, I upgraded the price.
so you made your price more expensive
Right.
so that if you had to venture out, that it was worth it.
It's gonna be worth it.
It's gonna be worth it.
And
So you did this, and I'm thinking, and I'm telling you, too, when I say, whenever I say I'm thinking, I think that's going to be the thing. I'm thinking,
mhm.
what kind of song kind of resonated with you that made you feel you can run a chat on a song that would be that how you felt when people started really like reaching out and showing you record because I mean people look for you, you're a little man. Like you're
Yes.
like probably 4 5 to 1 like me.
Yeah,
How
as
tall are you? How tall are you?
actually I would say about 5, maybe 5'7", 5'7".
No, you're not that. You're not that.
Like I mean,
That's
I'm not 5'5" for sure. I'm not 5'5". Okay, how tall are you? Because I'm taller than
I'm
you.
5 2 3/4.
Okay, so I'm about 5'5". I'm on 5. Okay, I'll accept 5'5" for tonight.
What song? What song? When people, when you think of a song, let's say you lie down on your bed and you're watching the ceiling and you're checking, boy. When people started really giving you like giving a shit, that is the song that would because you know people who love music, they always attach a song
That
to
is
how
true.
they feel.
And
Right?
and
What song made you?
I have a song. I have a song, and actually, it's coming from Colton T. And before I even run the track, I let me just say this so that our audience will understand why I play this. In that range where my price was like about $70, and before I had to bring it up, my hard drive with all my music fell down and crashed, and I had no backup, and I was willing to give up. But the little fans that I had at the time, they were the ones encouraging me to tell me, "Don't give up, keep doing it."
Zero.
My struggles, they are temporary. My trouble days could never face me. They could never face me though. They could never face me though. The amount of struggles I'm facing today, I'm still alright. You just believe in yourself, cause faith in yourself is a light. Don't dwell on the past, tell yourself that the future will be bright. Yeah, from your half life, you possess the energy of a fighter. Yeah, my struggles, they are temporary. My trouble days could never face me. They could never.
Yeah, you could never phase me. You could.
Yeah.
Guys, tell me if you guys still getting the feedback. I didn't have my headphones on. I put my headphones on, so probably that's what was causing the feedback. So just let me know. Yeah, that's such a powerful song. That resonates with so many people. So many people go through struggles, especially in the music business, especially normally because normally are small, and there's only so much jams you can play at where you can really get or really charge the price you want to charge and get a crowd, because at the end of the day they have to make a profit. The bars or the clubs have to make a profit, but they can't always pay exactly what you really want to charge. So I mean, I understand for most people who might be going through stuff, they probably understand as well. I oh, somebody saying it sounds weird. I don't know what to do. I've tried everything. I'm not sure why I'm getting the feedback. Um, not sure why I'm getting the feedback,
Is it on my end?
but
No.
no, there's anything on my end. I'm echoing. So I'm checking to see. I'm checking all my audio just to make sure. Can you guys hear me still? Can you hear me better?
I know I can hear you.
Better?
You sung a
Is
bit
this
better
better?
to me, yeah.
Let me know if this is better. Okay. Somebody say, I see tag me. Okay, we'll hope for the best. Hopefully it does not persist and we can move on. So big up to Colton, to you for showcasing that song, because that song resonates with so many people, regardless of what you're going through in your life. All right, so you charging more, you become like, I call it exclusive to the north at least. You decide that you're going to competition.
Right.
Where did that idea come from, and how did that go about?
The competition.
Mhm.
All right. Yes, of course. Actually, I have been in. I think Champion Mix King was the second competition I partake in. There was one. There was one before that, and I got I got I got I got motivated by friends, close friends, and a few of the fans, of course, at the time to let me to take part in it. Actually, and at that time, I was actually nervous, so I didn't even get to the first round. I didn't even meet the first round. So the first time that I did it, I actually came on, did my thing, and then that was it. Out. That was it for me. And
You get cancelled.
yeah, I got canceled. That was it. I didn't make it to the next round. I didn't. But I still
Whoa.
right. I still didn't.
Feel.
It made me feel that I needed to like motivate myself more. I needed to do more because I
Just
feel
motivation or
I think I know where I went wrong. Why I didn't make it a bit to the next round. Um, at the same time, again, I was just running music and wasn't using the mic. So that was I have a bad habit for that. Yes.
you had.
Well, yes, I had. Right now, I want to
Let's
use the
get it
mic.
right.
Right now, I want to use the mic more than anything else.
Laje, o ka overpale.
Yes.
Okay, I can tell him what I want because he's my DJ.
Yeah.
So no, nobody will come and give me no me put on the highlight. So no, if you late, if you come late,
Hmm.
he's my DJ and I can
You can see what you want.
I can say what I want. Right? I can say I'm allowed to say what I have tried everything. I've adjusted my mic volume. I've adjusted everything, and it's still. I put on echo cancellation. I've
Hmm.
done everything. It's probably on your end. I'm just that's what I'm gonna go with. We're gonna figure this out. This is the first show, so we're gonna figure it out and make sure that it works and everything goes smoothly. Okay, so then you audition for Champion Mix King.
Champion Mix King, yes. And Champion Mix King was one of the I must say one of the greatest a DJ competition I ever took part in. Although it's sounding like I've been in more than like a lot, but I'm saying from my experience, it's the experience of the whole event. Of course, thanks to you, it was it was a good vibe. Of course, we had how many rungs? It was about five rungs, I think. Five rungs, right? Five rungs, five genres. Um, yeah. Uh, sh-
Various five groups of genres.
right,
So we kind of grouped them together.
right.
I want to big up, before we continue, I want to big up
Mhm.
Danger Dane because I remember when I reached out to him from my experience when I was at Q95, he was like, I'm on board. I'm going to help you with this. Because again, I felt like a lot of people did not take me seriously because I was a woman and I'm not necessarily a DJ.
Mhm.
So they're like, we're probably listening about Jill, what you know about DJing and working. But I may not know about DJing or I might not be a DJ, but I know music and I know
Yes.
when something sounding like shit. Right? So we kind of grouped them, and I want to big up the people who did believe in me then in 2016, like the bars, like JRs, and at the time it was we did a dome, it was Memory Lane, Eclipse in Margot. I want to big them up for on board, and not just them, but we had like sponsors who actually believed in me. At the time, it was Tech Heads and Red Stripe Bear.
Yes. Yes, I remember
Like
Tekkers, of course, and Red Stripe Red, and the Red Stripe ladies as well.
and Flow was one of our
Yes.
sponsors and Vibes Radio. And they really believed in what I was trying to do.
Hmm.
And although it was very little, it was a little idea. I saw so much potential in DJs, but I felt that there was no way to curate that to make you guys bigger than you could be.
Hmm.
So tell me about Champion Mixing.
Yeah. So Champion Mix King, of course. Yeah, there were. I can't remember how many DJs there were there, but there were quite amount of DJs in the competition. I remember the first round, the very first round. It took place in the city. I think that was the upstairs JR. I think. Yeah, it took place, and again, I didn't top. I didn't top the board in that part. Um, Actually top it off in a few other segments. The first round I was shaky again. Same problem. Playing the music and not using the mic, so there's where I had fall short. So I didn't really top the first round. And I think the second round, I can't really remember um, the wrongs and the venues. I can remember all the venues. I remember there was soca, there was reggae and dancehall, there were EDMs. I think that came. I think R&B and hip hop was one as
So
well.
there was a hip hop, trap, and R&B.
Yes, right. Remember Lane, right?
Yes, and then there was the EDM at Dome.
Right, Dom.
EDM,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was I'm watching my notes. JR's had Soca and Bouillon,
Booyah, right? Um, and
and
that
then
was
we had Margot.
That was the first round, right? All right. So the first round
Was that
was
Jael?
yes. So it was amazing, guys. I was shaking in maybe like in maybe two or three segments, and
In all segments except the one before the
right,
last. The one before the last is when you step up.
right.
Let me see the truth.
I was actually. It is like the points, with the my points and the other DJ's points was so close, like
Very close. But you know where you were strong? You were strong in how you could mix.
right.
So you were surpassing people mixing,
Hmm.
wasn't you were not using your mind.
Right.
And again, I want to big up judges like Fidel, not Fidel, Grant, Grant that works at Jollies, um, Danger Dane, Spawner, RS Digital. These are some of the judges that would show up. And nobody knew who the judges would be. Legality. They would just show up and judge your segments and stuff, and they were the ones that feedback and telling you guys where you were lacking in and where you were strong at. So what did they tell you? What are some of the things they tell you?
Well, actually, I got a report. I got a report from well, actually, after every round, we was getting our reports, um, and I could see where I was falling short. I could see where I was strong. I could see where I was falling short. But I noticed now, a good thing about us. We had a little group chat. I remember, and we were actually me and the other guys. We were talking like this is our points, and this is where I go strong, and we was exchanging like our results, and that's what I think we were family, because there wasn't any kind of like big beef.
All you were disgusting. That's what you were. All you were
I mean,
disgusting. That chat was going off
I mean,
all day and night.
and
Wherever.
one of the greatest things though with the guys, um before a round, or before the event, we would act like a family. We would act like a family, but when it's
All you
time.
would go and drink. Somebody get drunk. Don't try that.
So guys, of course, there was one time, we all of us went and we would start drinking at the bar before the rounds, and at the end result, it was crazy. It was crazy. All right, so if we fast forward to the major, to the final, the grand finale, which is the final night that took place again back at upstairs JR's. Um, I think I went actually that day. I was like, my brains were all over the place. I want to say, of course, I must say a special big up going out to Bertis, better known as Carleon. Big up
But
yourself.
I think he's on the line right now.
Oh, yeah, so big up yourself, Bertis. I must big up Bertis. And I also have
I
to.
had McLeco that night.
I tell you, that night was
Tell
crazy.
you.
So I want to big up Bertis. I want to big up my mom, and I also want to big up Diana. She's currently in St. Martin right now, but at the time she was here. I also want to big up my close friends, my fans, my girl at the time. All of them came up on the bus. Of course,
They hired a bus,
well, actually,
and
I'm gonna come to that. So that's what I say. I want to big up Bertis because Bertis, a hired bus, is basically a fee, right? And I was explaining to him that I don't have that cash on me right now, but I need you. You're the only man I see I can get to hold my people, to take them up with me to the grand finale, because if my crowd isn't there, I don't think I'm gonna win that, because the crowd was
because there was a crowd, crowd
right. The crowd was playing a major
deal
role.
had to be a part of it. Yes.
Right, it was playing a major role in all the segments, and the majority of my majority of the wrongs. I don't think my full house of people wasn't there. So that grand finale, I see I have a chance of winning. I decided, so I went to him and I spoke to him, and we came to an agreement. I want to big up Diana and my mom. They helped me put the money together so that I could pay him, and then we got a busload of my people to head up to town, and then we came to the event, and I did what I had to do. When I got really, really nervous and I got really shaky was the one-on-one segment, and that's where all the action was.
Why?
I mean, it was like song for song, like pong for pong, tune for tune, and that's the next thing again. I'm not too strong on the mic when it comes to that. I could choose the songs. I had the perfect songs, but I also needed to say something to back up that song. So I was trying my utmost best, and I think my crowd, my crew, they were the ones really behind my back. Yeah,
They carry you.
they carry me. Trust me. I when I won, I had cold sweat. I had cold. I feel like cold sweat, like I feel my body was just cold. I cannot, my eyes open. I don't know. I cannot stand myself, and my God, the next day,
Well, some of the prizes included, you got headsets, you
yes,
got, I think you got a phone, you
yes,
got cash prize.
I got a cash prize. I got a phone
It
compliments.
was $2,500. It's a little bit of money,
Yeah, yes, yes. It was two
but
thousand.
that back then we could raise,
Yes,
right? And I literally started this out of my pocket, just hoping that people would just believe in what we were doing. Because even like going to the venues and stuff, gas,
yes.
like everything was on me. I really saw major this could be, and what could come out of it. We had DJs like, I was just going over, DJ Rio was one of the DJs, and a few people
Mm-hmm.
know DJ Rio.
Yeah.
Um, is Rio, that's his name? Yeah, DJ Rio. Yeah, I think he rebranded his name or something. But I really saw what potential you guys had,
Mm-hmm.
and you also got one of the things was a contract to work. Um, let me tell you, right? Let me, like I have to pause, right? I have to pause. And people don't even understand. I'm thinking, I'm thinking, what song?
Yeah.
What song? What song kind of makes you remember when you won? And that's the story, a piece of the story, and he'll
Okay.
tell you the rest. But had to convince the Vibes Radio at the time to give my winner a contract,
Mm-hmm.
a contract to work. I mean, not any business person would say, yes, I going to, like not anybody that is gonna just off of a whim, just off of me saying that you're good enough. And big up to Lennox Lawrence one time. He had a certain amount. He had a time limit on the contract.
Mm-hmm.
And when he saw and he heard the hype and he got the vibes from people coming back and telling him
Yeah.
how the competition was going, he's like, he said to you, what he said to you?
I think you might get caught up.
When that moment, he said something. You hear me?
I'm hearing you now. I'm hearing you now. You got cut off for a moment.
What did he say to you? Because we had a time limit on that contract.
Right. So
I think it was like 3 months or 6 months. Was it 6
it
months?
was 6 months, a 6 months
It was
contract.
6 months. It was a 6 months contract.
Yeah. So we started off the 6 months contract, and then I started. I was the one um to choose the name of the show. So we did it. We got a name for the show, and we went on to do it. And we when I did the first week, I did the first week.
Your visuals get a little dark. I don't know why you're looking a little dark.
I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. So
Mhm.
we started doing the first week. I did the first week of the show, and then I got called in a meeting because my first shows were on Monday to Friday, and I was off on the weekend. And then, you know, after the first week, I got called in a meeting, and then he told me he's getting some good remarks out there from the listeners, of course, and he also the listeners want more, so he decided to put me on Saturdays as well. And then after that, the following, I did both shows, and then he called another meeting with me, and he said, I don't think I want to do short term contract again. I want to do long term. So I've stayed there for a while.
Yes, you were there for a very
Yes.
right? Guys, I'm trying different things so that we don't have an echo. I'm trying all kinds of things, okay? I'm trying all kinds of things. Moi c'est technician who soit là parce que I have to make sure the audio on point. So anytime, just keep telling me if I'm echoing. Let me know. I'll try and fix it. All right. So Miss Lawrence gives you tells you you're doing well. Stay there. Don't go anywhere. And Selectah Urban, you blew up.
Yes.
I was so proud to see you on jazz and Creole stage. Like I don't know. I literally got emotional. And when I come under your post and I was, that's my DJ. People doesn't even understand.
They don't. They
Right?
don't.
Because on every single performance, you always do you're like a champion mix king. You always have your little jump
Yes.
out of the air. And I was like, gets it on like a wild horse, and people don't understand like why it is I get so excited. And I was so proud to see you on jazz stage, and that was probably the first big stage that you'd ever played on.
Yes.
How did that happen, and how did you feel being on such a big stage?
I mean, I feel delighted. You know, I feel great, and I told myself, you know, that's one step further in my career. You know, that's a milestone for me because you know, Jazz and Creole is actually one of the big events in which happens in Dominica. And you know, I felt so good. I felt so good being on that main stage. There were times where I know that I'll be looking at like maybe every 10 minutes while act is going on stage, I'm looking at my log to see what happens next. When do I come in? What's gonna take place there? Do I need to play music from there? Because I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss out. You know, I don't want the time to come where I have to play and then I'm not there. You know, so I was trying my utmost best to make sure that I on point. And of course, again, I was nervous. I was shaky, but you know, I pulled it through.
How did you come from not talking a lot to now parler tema?
All right, so to be honest, I feel the radio, being on the radio, gave me that motivation to talk when I'm out there because whenever I do my shift on the radio, whenever I talk on the radio, the listeners out there they come to me and they tell me that you know my voice,
You're sounding sexy.
yeah, yeah, I sounding sweet and nice, you know that kind of thing. There was one time this particular person, this young lady met me and she was like, Urban, you know, every time I don't listen to your show anymore, but every time I do, my panties get wet.
Whoa! Yes.
And they met me in the middle of town, and like all I could do was just laugh. That they told me that's the only reason why I didn't listen to the show no more because every time they do, that's what happens. And I keep on getting like compliments
You're
from
the bad
that.
child.
I keep on getting compliments like that every time, and this motivate me so much. So whenever I I go out there to play in public, and when I know I'm not on the radio, I still try my best to talk and to get used to it because I'm not used to being talking on the outside at the time. I only used to talking on the radio because, and then I did it until I've gotten the guts. You know, I feel comfortable doing it, and yeah.
Apparently, you're the DJ that like to whine. I trying to get the video so long. Like I have the video, but I don't know why my software just effing me up tonight there. But let me see if I can get it.
Okay,
Let's
no
see if I can
problem.
get it. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. Absolutely no behavior. Absolutely no behavior.
Actually, to be honest about that night, I was only hired to play. I wasn't hired to be on stage. I was in the crowd just enjoying Colin XP's performance. Again, Colin XP, big up to you on your performance. It was really good.
I was about to big her up.
Yes.
You know that's my girl.
Yes, and of
Big
course,
up, big up.
I'll let you know how I ended up on that stage. I was actually in the crowd like everybody else, looking at the show, enjoying themselves, having a good time, until this guy come to me. Let me big up Dapper one time.
Go viral, eh?
Dapper comes to me, and you know when you see, like you have a child, like a teenager, and they're doing something wrong, and you hold them in the arms like this, and he comes to me and say, "Hey, what you doing there? Stop it." Dapper comes to me and hold me just like that under my arm, and I say, "Hey, go on the stage and fix up that lady for me, please." So
Wait, is that the reason? I have reason to believe that this was the reason he wanted you to fix up the lady, because during Creole Festival last year, Fadina shot you.
Jael, are you there?
All right, guys.
Oh, okay,
I know what
okay.
happened. I did.
Oh, okay,
I did.
okay.
I was
We
trying
can
to,
just
I
go
was trying
to-
to connect.
Yeah.
I irritated. Yeah. So for Dinah got you whining. Is that why they felt that?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if he saw that video, but I know that video went viral on social media. Actually, I was at VIP having a good time. Actually, I was at Flo's VIP having a good time. And knowing me, once I hear music, I just want to dance and free up. Once I hear the music, could be any music, could be a lover's rock. I just want to dance and feel the music. So Asa was performing at the time, and he was saying, bend and pick up your khaki. So I, knowing me, I just like took my khakis out and I just dropped it, and then. And then when Asa came to the chorus, or when he came to that part of the song to say, bend and pick up your khaki, I took my time and bend and pick up my keys, and I made sure that I was still dancing. So, and I was being recorded, but I wasn't too sure, and I didn't know I was being recorded, but still, I still did my thing, and then it's afterwards, I got to know I was behaving that bad.
You were behaving wild. You're behaving wild. But I actually told me to make sure I make you wine tonight.
I saw that comment.
We need to run the track. We need to run the track. We need to run the track. Because so long we were gonna run a track, but we got excited in the moment, and we can't leave the listeners without some music, because that's what you do. You're a DJ at heart, and you know how to connect with the viewers, the listeners, whether you're playing on stage, whether you're playing on the radio. You have a way, you have a swag. My DJ,
Yeah.
tell us what. Run the track, run the track, run the track.
Na 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 na. Whoa, 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 whoa. Life is so good.
Trust me, life can be so beautiful.
Good to me. Whoa, whoa, yeah. From your wake up this morning, you're a winner. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Of course, by God's grace, every time I wake up, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm a winner.
Champion Mix King, Selectah Urban.
Here we love my life now. Everywhere is vibes now. Whoa, I say watch out, Jaja. Bring woman so nice now. One
You
more
don't
good
have
I
to block us. You don't have to block us.
I mean, after all, we're going too good.
Oh my God. So what is next for you? Like, I know your price gone up, obviously, because you put in the time. So you constantly, renovating yourselves, recreating yourselves. I say renovate because I swear you went from wearing big shirt to wearing short, tight fitted
Like, I
clothes.
mean, yeah.
And now you went from being much more of an introvert. I don't know how you transfer personalities.
I mean, I think I'm my days, I'm my days.
You have your days?
Yes, I believe so.
So there are days that you just feel like being mellow.
Yeah, it have days where I just want to chill. It have days I just want to sit and relax. It have days where I want to be out there. Or I want to
So
be
what
up
was
there.
happening? What was happening during COVID when
Okay.
you got arrested?
All right, so yeah.
You're not having a mellow day.
Actually, I was having Well, the day started off perfect. It started off great because I was working, and that
Where were
time
you working? You were working at the radio station.
at the radio station, and then when I came down, actually, the guys then brought me down because it was a holiday, and I came down, and then we met that happening. I was like, wow, wow. I mean, the party started already. So
But that was in the height of COVID. Let's bring context
right.
to why
That's when we had the
you
restrictions.
got arrested.
Right.
So there were restrictions in Dominica where
Yes.
you had to shut down everything by 4:30, I think it was, and then you could not be playing music. Like bars were closed. You could not be playing music anywhere that people could gather.
I think you couldn't no large gathering, and you there was a curfew. You wasn't supposed to be on the road at that particular time. My friend, I think that was happening throughout the whole day because people who were working on that day they needed to have the passes, so that restrictions was happening throughout the whole holiday. So I came home and I met it happening. So I was like, I mean, what a time to be alive. I mean, that's the first thing I said. So I was like, okay, I had a sound system. So I let me just put the sound system on my porch and let me just stay in my yard, on my porch, in my house and play some music. So that was happening. And then it's so,
What was happening? People jumping up in the rain, in the water.
well, they had the, yeah, that was happening. They had a
It
little
was a
pool.
water park in
They had,
Sikat.
yeah, they had a pool right there, but the pool was not on the road. It was in the yard. So we were having a good time. I don't think it was a pool. I think it was just a hose and water was running. I think I can't really remember.
It was a hose and water. I heard.
Right,
That's
hose,
what I heard.
right, and I started jamming like music, like from my porch, and everybody was out there having a good time, and in that time,
They were outside.
the cops was making their rounds, but I wasn't the only one running music at that time in the same community. So I thought it would be okay if I run some music from my home. Because I know it's a big holiday, we're not on the street, we're supposed to be indoors. So I say, why not? So I started playing the music from the comfort of my home. And in that space of time, the cops were making their rounds. Now, they came, and then there was like, stop that music, stop the music. So, but in that time, we were streaming live on Facebook because somebody was on top of a house enjoying that good time, that same good time. Like they was actually on top. The wall was like on top. I mean, I was wondering.
People connected to your stream,
Right.
and were just dancing everywhere.
Right. So it was good. And when we stopped playing, and then even before the police left, everything was inside the house. We had already stopped playing the music. They came and they gave a warning. So we obeyed and we respected them. Now, the reason why it went so
It escalated.
it escalated
quickly.
because there were about 500 people looking at that live, and that live went everywhere, and that people start sharing that, so that was making headlines. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what go on in that space of time. From that time, the following day, I had to work from home, so I was already on my shift when they came to my house, and yeah, so they was like they came there and say, good morning, all what you used yesterday, pack it up, let's go. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me just make a phone call to work and let them know what's going on, and that sort of thing. So all this happened, and I was taken down to the police station for questioning, together with the other people who were involved, and
I'm laughing because
No, I can
remember
laugh,
when it happened, I felt bad for you, but I was like, but it was not easy.
yeah. So I mean, it's a mistake. It's a lesson learned. I must say, it's a lesson learned. That's something that you will never see a repeat from me ever again. It's a lesson learned. So we were down there for about basically like practically the whole day, like the whole
You
day.
were in the cell.
No, not they told us they're gonna put us there.
While you were in the cell, what song was on your mind? Or what song?
I mean,
I'm thinking of a song. Give me a.
I mean, I would say, locked up, they won't let me out. I mean, it's unfortunate we can't run the track. We might get copyrighted.
I know we were.
Yeah, so they held me there for questioning and everything. I spoke with them. Then this one officer, he was like, you know what? I'm taking everything. We're holding everything until the court case. Them guys took transformer, laptop, computer, hard drive, and them man took everything, like basically everything, like. So everything was confiscated, and I was like, okay. Then when it was time to leave, he was like, you know what? I'm taking the phone too because that's what you used to strip. I was like, okay, you take everything. You still want to take my phone too? He said, okay, you know what? All right, hold your phone, and this is your court case, and come down at that time, and
What happened?
So we came down, and we came down to.
You said plenty all of a sudden.
Yeah, because I trying to remember what happened on that day, of course. So we came down to
Did you
the.
get your stuff back? Did you get your stuff back?
Yes, I did. I got it back after my second trial. Yes, because.
Trial.
Okay, so the
That was
first,
like it's some law and order.
I mean, come on.
Organized.
So yeah, so we were I went there for the first court case, and my lawyer asked me to plead not guilty because they wanted to give me 2 charges. All right, so she asked me to plead not guilty for both charges, and then I was placed on the silent, and then they gave me another date for court, and then I came back. We came back. Yes, we came back.
You have some fans. You have some fans on the live. I wanna shout them out before we proceed any further. We have Shara. We have Chocolate Flavor Indigo. My partner Jovian is on there. Chantal, Winston, Rayma. We have Yakima. People like Grateful Danielle is saying locked in. Danisha is saying no behavior. Somebody's saying that is something else. That's Anne, my girl Anne. Natasha is on. Like a lot of folks are on, and they're beginning. Patricia Brooks, that's AKA Posse Massive, is always locked in. Portsmouth. One thing they support their own.
Yeah, they do.
There's a lot of music. There's a song. There's a song from Portsmouth, from somebody from Portsmouth. You know what I'm thinking about?
I trying to,
but it's a popular one.
There's so many.
So play something that's popular. Everybody will know.
Well, actually, I know there's one.
Something that feeling like carnival.
Carnivalish.
Yes, carnival.
Popular one, but the best thing I'm thinking about, that's carnivalish, and I would say Sarah Mix, which is the long run.
Yes, you can play that. You can play
yeah.
that. No, but I want to also play something current. So play long
right
run
down.
first, and then play some current. And it doesn't matter what is happening, because I know I suspect you think that you're on a radio, and you forget that you're not on a radio. So you can play what you want. You can play what you want.
This is a national anthem of Portsmouth. So I take
That's the national anthem for real.
Let's go. From since I know my damn self, it's the same old thing I see. This is what they like. You sat in front of the truck and you went towards the front. This is what they like. There we go. When it comes to Juve, going down to last lap, people are do the long run, pitch and even tumble down. They don't care a damn shit, once they can get into it. Ceramic say please be careful, mind you don't hurt nobody. They want to do long run. Do the long run. They want to do long run. Do the long run. Let me see you run.
Say that again.
Let me tell you, Posse Massive locked in.
Trust me, the Posse Massive there. They did.
Let me see you do the long run, Posse Massive.
Nobody done me run. Yeah, man. No, you don't about. Let me do it again. When you come down,
Patricia says the anthem is the Portsmouth anthem.
Yeah, that's the Posse anthem.
Commonwealth for Posse.
Posse.
mind you don't tumble down. This is what they like. Talk to them. Parents, please hold your children. Make sure they're not in the way. Cause people do the long run, pitch and even tumble down. They don't care a damn shit once they can get into it. Ceramic say please be careful. Mind you don't hurt no.
The chat is lit.
Trust
People
me.
are enjoying this. People are enjoying this. You see, they're gonna start hating. The rest of the island going to get upset at you. Like you playing. It's like as if it's for Portsmouth. You playing like what's that now? And I mean, Urban, you are now an ambassador for Flow Dominica. So you're doing your thing. How does that make you feel? And what else is in store for you?
Actually, this makes me feel good. This makes me feel there's still greater things here, because I remember a few years ago I wanted to give up everything. I wanted to like do something else, and a few folks, of course, they encourage me to to don't give up, and keep on doing it, and I've come a long way. I've come a long way. Um, I feel I want to achieve more. Um, I actually want to my craft. I want to make it a little bit more. I want to be a little more creative. So I'm looking at ways of how I want to bring that part out of me. Um, there was this thing, well, it's still happening, but I need to put some.
I
need
mentioned
to,
that.
I need to put some content out, because the people are looking forward to it. They call me the TikTok specialist as well. So wanna have some.
The video you did where the girl did the thing with the water between her legs and what's in your mouth. Let me.
You know, and to be honest, that video got about 13,000 plays on TikTok.
Let me.
Yeah, so
Your videos.
I wanna be a little bit more creative with the TikTok as well, and also with my crafts. I want to branch out. When I say branch out, I want to travel and be able to play in different countries. I have been getting the invitations, but due to a certain situations, I'm not be able to achieve that right now, because where they want me to come, it's a little bit challenging for me right now. I also want to big up the crew in Houston, Texas, of course, Maryland as well. We have a few folks in Miami, of course.
I might want to bring you Canada.
Yeah, I mean, come
the
on.
vibes.
Come on.
Come on, man. Who does that?
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's one of my main goals. I mean, of course, and I also want my supporters, my fans to know that I won't forget my roots. I won't forget my day ones. Of course, big up to all my day ones. One time, who never give up, who never turn their backs. Yeah.
What song you thinking of? I see you feeling like nostalgic. But I want to hear something louder from Portsy, because we have plenty, like there's plenty. I say we like I'm from Portsmouth, you're from Vegas, but I'm all my life in Portsmouth, so I could say I can relate. I sometimes feel like somebody. I feel more connected to Portsmouth than probably anywhere else.
Really?
Because I went to school from preschool in Portsmouth. I went to preschool, primary school, high school in Portsmouth. So I knew a lot of people growing up, because I kind of grew up in Portsmouth. So I always feel such a connection to Portsy. And there's a lot of tracks. I mean, I love being from Vegas most times, but there are a lot of tracks that, there are a lot of things that come out of Portsmouth that I really enjoy. Play something louder.
I mean, I can.
It's like on the brink.
I mean, this one is not really. It's not really a loud town unit. It has a little loud town unit, but it's actually
Play something louder.
louder from Portsy. You want me to play something louder?
Let's play something louder.
Play something louder. Okay, we'll start with this one then.
Big up all my mad bikers them.
This one is actually from Portsy.
North side, Pussy
As
massive.
a matter of fact, it's come straight from Chance.
Glanvilla, you don't know, we stay ready. Beyonce, you don't know.
Yes, I. Inside. Pussy man, we do inside. Pussy man, we do.
I say too.
Open the kitchen door, girl. Rock, tok. 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 What you say? Who that? Me that. Rock, tok. Me that. Who that? Rock, tok. Me that. Who that? Rock, tok. Me that. Who that? Rock, tok. Hey, backside deep, and she jamming down. When she coming down, man can play around, and she jamming hard.
She playing a card. She have a house in pussy. And how much money in the yard? Rook, tuk, 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 tuk. Open the gal them.
Why is that now?
Rook, tuk, tuk, tuk,
There's
tuk.
there's one about Fig and Dashing and something. I think it's there's something that's singing that.
Big and dashing.
Open the kitchen door.
I think I have to search it for it.
Open the kitchen door.
And making cheese. But they have black horse.
Yeah, this one is another big one, of course. Coming from
Yes.
PG Guns, man. PG Guns. Same rhythm, you know.
White chest, PG Guns, in it. The boy DJ Boss, yes I.
Check that.
Stay chipping, 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 stay chipping. He stand up there for how long? On the side where lock us down. We checking you don't eating man. He say he not there for long. But I know I not stupid for the way I hear you talk. That boy
Listen.
checking like your belly making chim. But you like us. What? Your belly making chim. But you like us. For sure. They in the jam.
Yeah, man, that one they crazy.
They're hungry. They in the jam, they're hungry.
They barely grab with them, they don't worry.
They don't worry. They're barely making chips. Somebody say pull up. Junior say pull up. You're trying to take it. DJ Phoenix is in the house.
Yeah, man, let me pick up
Pull
DJ Phoenix
up.
sometime. Yeah.
Yes. A lot of folks are stopping in. Let me just let you guys know what some folks are saying. Somebody say, Devan Slim Dupy. Devan Slim. Open the kitchen door. Somebody saying Nadisha from Posse, big up yourself. Luca interview, I enjoy father. Nelson is saying MFR. How can you forget MFR?
Yeah, no, I was gonna play something recent for you.
Line up the thing.
Okay, I'll line up the thing.
Who gonna know recent MFR?
Maybe push on in ya.
I put it up. Put it in your mouth.
Just me.
I see you running your mouth, but you ain't saying nothing. Hey. Oh, na. All those who know this song, let me hear you scream. Roger, and the rest of the crew. All the boys, massive, start on two. Oh, na.
I just love this spot, you know.
Gotta hit it on the regular. Like a desert when I'm thirsty. It's all up in the oasis. I'm like Tarzan, but I don't fumble. When I swing, I'm the king of a bush, not the jungle. We light fires with no matches. Anytime, anywhere, when I'm not just flashes. Have you ever bust a bun on a river stone? On a river stone. On a river stone. Have you ever? Have you ever? Have you ever? Have you ever? Wait, have you ever did it? By the best side, by the best side.
Yeah, man, I just feel
On the river stone.
on the river stone, you know, and you don't feel. MFR can't die.
MFR can't die.
MFR can't die.
MFR can't die. Urban, it's been a pleasure
Yes.
having you here, hang out with me. I know the crowd was enjoying it. I hope all of you that been running all you move, share the live. I hope all you share the live.
Yeah, man, big up one time.
Every single person needs to see this live, needs to see this interview, needs to see this show. I'm going to tell them that's the reason why they need to sponsor the show, you know? Because the show is lit!
Lit!
Litty.
Run the track.
Yes! Run the track and talk. Urban, any final words? Anybody want to big up? I can't help, but
Of course,
I
on a
really
big up,
need-
on a big up. I mean, there are so many people, you know, I can big up. I don't want to start calling names and then, you know, I start getting blame, you know, for.
Let me
So-
tell you, they'll come after you, eh?
Or they'll come after me. So I want to big up every single person who support me, who motivate me, who give me good advice. I also want to big up my haters too, also, because my haters continue to motivate me to do better.
They
I
don't know
want-
that, nah? They don't know that. When the more they hate,
This
is the more
we do it.
you do it. Oh my God!
I tell you.
I don't like without them. Probably I will start slacking.
I know, right?
Like no joke.
Yeah, man, of course, I also...
Because you become complacent, right?
Yes.
You become complacent. But when somebody hates you, you check, they hating, let me show them
And
what
also,
I
I want to say a special big up going out to the supporters, the fans who lives overseas, especially in the United States. During COVID, this was one of the worst times because as everybody knows, this is a source of income for me, and there were no, like, for 2 years straight, no gigs, no parties, nothing, and I started doing live streaming, and I've gotten my sister Alifa to set up a cash app for me so that I could get some form of donations. And since I've been doing the live streaming, and people have been supporting the vibe, I also want to say a special big up going out to Mrs. Valerie, of course. I want to big up the folks overseas who have been watching the live, and I also want to big up the folks who live in here as well. I have been getting donations from people who live here. So I just want to say a big thank you going out to everybody who have been supporting me throughout the COVID time, 2 years down, no gigs, no parties, nothing. So big up yourself, guys. And of course, we outside again. So
We outside.
and they continue to come to the gigs if they can come. The most they'll do is share the flyer, share the gig with their friends and family, so that they can come and support the vibe. I want to shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad, of course. Shout out to my sisters, of course, Nixia, Patsy, Aldi, Ramona, Roma, big up yourself one time. Marissa, Melissa, big up. Shout out to my brothers, Gregory, Joe Bob, big up yourself. And also, I want to shout out Roy. Yeah, man. Big up the whole family. Big up my niece and nephew as well, Kason and Zoe. Yeah.
You're tired. I'm going to give you a little piece. I'm going to come out on the screen a little bit.
Okay.
I give you a little piece so you can, if you want to whine, you can whine. Whatever you want to do, I give you a little piece. When you say pop back, it's time for you to get out. All right? So I'm going to give you a little piece.
Wow.
So you got to run the track.
Run the track.
One more time for the viewers. Want to big up every single person on the live, everybody who shared. You ready? When you're ready, let me know.
All right, I'll let you know. Let me just load up this song I played earlier. Just need to find it.
You're gonna play it. You're gonna run that track again for y'all. I wanna say thank you so very much to every single person who's logged in and who shared the live. Right? Share the live. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Do what you need to do. Right? Gilda Anthony, Chiquito, Rayma, Maggie, Junior, Capricornilicious, Cleffa, Kia Bell. Big up yourself, every single person who's on the live. I want to remind you guys, tomorrow I will be, you don't hear me? You know what I mean?
Yes, of course, I'm hearing you.
Okay, all right. So tomorrow, Calypso. We're going to be doing Calypso Uncensored.
Yes.
5:30 p.m. Make sure you back on this live.
Calypso!
Yes, tomorrow. And we're going to be doing it special for you every single time. You ready, Evan?
Yeah, I'm ready to drop a little thing until you come back.
All right, I'm coming out.
Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna make it.
All right, so we'll start with something like this right now.
All I know that every day
Okay.
I'm gonna freestyle upon some new beats. I don't know if we're gonna make it.
Of course, want to say a special big up going out to all the folks
I don't know
who've locked into the live. Big up yourself, all right? I will take a little bunks in something like this right now.
Oh, there we militant. Yeah, we out there on our own. Yeah, we know how they not easy, no.
Let me tell you something about me right now. Listen carefully.
Selectah urban, putting in that. All when it hurt, all when it feel like it never gone wrong, and we still putting in that.
I want to play something going out to all my beautiful ladies locked onto this life.
You got me body off balance. You better call the ambulance. Cause my heart beating so fast. It's like my body might collapse. And if now is my last time, then all I need is the last wine to go to heaven with you on my mind. Girl, you special in every way. You have the body that I love to see. Me love that about you. Me love that about you.
Your kindness is magnificent. You smelling sweet and I love your scent. Your Rasta, your style is just the best. No other girl they cannot contest. You in my heart, you are my superstar. We come from here and we going far. You don't play with me out like a toy. You make sure that you always bring me joy. We on the dance floor and we have some space. You better hold me around me waist. To give me the last dance. To give me the last dance. You got me body off balance. You better call the ambulance. Cause my heart beating so fast. It's like my body might collapse.
See me the future, you live in your eyes. Hey. Baby, you love not you. You can put up gas through your life.
I'll big up to you guys one time. I love you so much, right? Thank you for all the love and support.
Something the boy let go. You go get me life paralyzed. It's your dick in the low, boomers on the day. You think you love me alright? I'm not to you all night, baby. Passion, shame, moment, cause you decide. Round of applause for the prize. Must be more pack, play me pull out. You must be mad if you think I'm not mad for your body. I miss my feeling of love, feelings of friendship, who thought there's above you. Couldn't keep it true, but only your feelings get hurt. Girl, go get you something, cause this love you not go work.
Let me launch up a Cali on anyway there right now. Sledgehammer, big up yourself same way.
Spoil all my love, spoil all my love. See me the future, don't live in your eyes. Hey. Baby, you love not you. Put up gas.
You know, Jael, this is something local, you know.
Mama, no love for you. Let me realize.
Local music, yeah.
Something hey. You go get me life paralyzed. It's your dick in the low, boomers on the day.
Champion mix king, Selectah Urban.
Yeah, no more love for you. Me not regret seeing it from afar. This love is the OA, not just Superman. I get saved this time if you realize.
To all my beautiful ladies on this live right now.
Beautiful like a petal. Skin tone rich like the green panel.
Black beauty.
Skin so nice, yeah, you don't have to bleach. You deserve a medal, yeah. Need no sunscreen when you're there up on the beach. Apple back in your jeans. Figure right out like us with the melody.
You're gonna have to stand up on a table for people to see you.
To see the wine, you know.
People start asking me about
where the wine.
Where the wine?
I suspect, you know, we have to plan the next interview. You know, we have to do something again. First, we will talk and run the track. Yeah.
I know you're going to want to come back.
Yeah, we have to do this again. We have this time. I'll set up the cam itself, and put it in a position where they can see everything. They can see everything. Right.
And we need more lights.
Yeah. The lights will be okay. Don't worry. The lights will be set up for the next time. Yeah. Trust me.
Love you, Selectah Urban by Champion Mix King. Somebody messaged me and asked me, so when you did another one, Leo, we were actually going to do another one in 2017.
Okay, yeah.
We were actually, remember?
Yes, well, we were going to do that.
Yeah, we were
Maria had other plans.
And he had to actually try and
defend
his crown.
Yeah.
Right? And that did not happen. But I plan on bringing it back. You're just going to have to wait. And you could be the next Selectah Urban, you know, if you're a DJ out there and you hashtag goals, because you did see somebody that you felt that you could do, that you could compare with, or you could do better, and that's what really motivates you to becoming such a great DJ today. Urban, big up yourself. I took caught off the Selectah sometime and I just go Urban. Urban, big up yourself, big up yourself.
Thank you.
It was great having you here. And I look forward to seeing so many more wonderful things from you.
All right, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And wish you the same as well. Of course, all the best in 2023. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having me.
Same to you. You ending with a little thing fast?
I think you can do a little something.
We wrap up and then I'll just cut you off and put you back in the lobby.
What?
Why? It's my show. It's not your show, okay?
Yeah, it's okay. I know. Yeah, I know. I cool already. I cool out.
Why?
But you know, we got reggae night in just a little bit, so you know,
we gotta roll out.
We gotta roll.
To reggae night.
To all the folks on the live, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you guys.
Purpose for the reggae night. Give us a little reggae to prep up.
Yeah, we can do like a reggae.
A little reggae. You're gonna prep us up.
You want me to touch your? You want me to touch your memory just a little bit? Let me just bite your memory. Just a little
You're
bit.
gonna bite my. When you get me stunner, yeah, bite. How the hell you bite somebody, man? You go in there and you bite.
Let me see if I can hold on.
You gotta try and bite.
I going to get it.
That just passing mind. Somebody said.
Okay, let me know if
LOL.
let me know if you know that tune. Yeah, let me trouble your memory just a little bit.
You have bad intentions. I do not like you. I did, honest to God. You know what? I'm gonna come out of there. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Guys.
You know too much of my business. I think you know too much of my damn business. I am gone.
Guys, thank you so much. I'm gone.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening, everybody.
For coming on. Thank you, guys. That's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I mean, I'm so happy that you guys came out and stayed with us for an hour and a half. I mean, this show has no time limit, so it can be 1 hour, it can be half an hour, it can be 20 minutes. It's just based on the vibe. We're gonna go with the flow. I want to big up Selectah Urban, my champion mix king, for coming through and opening up a runny track and talk right here. Tomorrow I'll be back. Calypso Uncensored. I think Trendsetter is going to be stopping by. I think Observer is going to be something and more. You just have to tune in for tomorrow's show. It's going to be lit. Thank you guys again. Thank you to every single one of you. Keep spreading the love. Keep sharing the love. Keep enjoying music. And thanks again for tuning in. Bye-bye.